Alright, if you're hunting for the best basketball shoes and don't want to blow cash on the wrong pair, you're in the right place. I bought and played in 5 popular options on real courts, indoor and outdoor. I paid for them, broke them in, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how they felt. Product number 1, SHAQ Dunkman Basketball Shoes. When I first picked up the SHAQ Dunkman, it felt tougher than I expected, almost old school. The upper isn't flashy, but squeezing it in my hands, it felt solid and ready for abuse. On court, these surprised me. I ran them on blacktop and indoor runs, and the traction grabbed hard without that squeaky slip feeling. The cushioning isn't super bouncy, but after long pickup games, my feet didn't feel beat up. I noticed the ankle area felt stable, especially when landing awkwardly. Breathability was decent, my feet got warm, not soaked. What I liked most was how durable they felt for the price. I wasn't afraid to drag my feet or play rough. If you're someone who plays outdoors a lot or just wants a no-nonsense shoe that lasts, this is a solid grab. That durability mindset actually carried over nicely into the next pair I tested afterward there. Product number 2, Adidas On The Game 3. Pulling the Adidas On The Game 3 out of the box, the first thing I noticed was how light it felt. The mesh upper almost disappears in your hands, which I appreciated right away. Playing in them, my feet felt quick, especially during fast breaks and cuts. The cushioning had a smooth step-in feel, not mushy, just enough to keep things comfortable. Traction was reliable indoors, and outdoors it held up better than I expected, though I wouldn't grind them daily on concrete. Breathability was a highlight. My feet stayed cooler than most budget shoes I've worn. The heel felt supportive without digging in. If you want something lightweight that feels easy on your feet and doesn't slow you down, this one makes sense. That lightweight vibe actually made me curious how the next shoe would compare in support during longer weekend runs for me on outdoor courts too sometimes. Product number 3, Adidas On The Game 3. Handling this version of the On The Game 3, it felt familiar but slightly more structured in the heel. The mesh still feels light in hand, but pressing the back I noticed more firmness. On court, that showed up when stopping hard or backing down defenders. My heel stayed planted, which gave me more confidence. Cushioning felt the same smooth, low-profile ride, good for players who like court feel. I wore these for all-day use too, and they didn't feel clunky walking around. Traction was predictable, no weird slips, especially on clean indoor floors. Outdoors, they're okay, but I'd save them for smoother surfaces. If you want a balanced shoe that works for playing and daily wear, this fits nicely. That balance made me think about something tougher for physical play, which led me to the next pair for street games and heavier contact situations during weekend runs outside too. Product number 4, Under Armour Lockdown 7. When I grabbed the Under Armour Lockdown 7, it felt more performance-focused right away. The overlays make it feel sturdier than a full mesh shoe. On court, the fit felt secure once I laced up, especially around the midfoot. I played hard defense in these, and the herringbone traction bit nicely during lateral slides. Cushioning is responsive, not plush, so you feel connected to the floor. That worked well for quick guards. Breathability was okay, not amazing, but acceptable for shorter runs. The outsole feels like it can handle abuse, which is great if you're playing multiple times a week. If you want a dependable shoe that feels stable and controlled, this one does the job without fuss. That controlled feel made me want something built more for outdoor punishment, which brings me to the final pair I tested later during rough sessions outside with friends weekly at night too. Product number 5, Peak Streetball Master. Picking up the Peak Streetball Master, it felt thick and built for war. The high-top design wraps your ankle, and squeezing the outsole, it barely flexed. On outdoor courts, these were tanks. I played on rough concrete, and the traction pattern kept gripping without wearing down fast. The side support really stood out when making hard cuts. My foot stayed locked in. Cushioning felt protective, especially on landings, which my knees appreciated. They're heavier than others here, but that trade-off makes sense outdoors. Breathability was decent for a high top, though I wouldn't wear them in extreme heat. If most of your games happen outside and you want something that lasts, this is a strong choice. After running all 5, this one clearly leaned into durability over speed. I'd pick them for street legs and daily outdoor runs where courts chew shoes fast over long seasons with friends playing. Alright, that's my real experience with these basketball shoes. Every pair fits a different style and budget, so pick what matches how and where you play. Check the links in the description for current prices and deals, and I'll see you in the next one.